That's, yeah, that sounds like about 60 days old, doesn't it?
Is that, what? She probably paid a lot though, I don't know.
Yeah.
So we had 180-something thousand.
Yeah, she paid 80,000 and paid
Anything exciting happening?
nothing in there.
What about Unionville? Anything exciting happening in Unionville?
No, not even in Unionville. About round nine.
Well, I don't think there's anything happening around now.
The outskirts, nothing on
Well,
the
on the,
outskirts.
well, you were kinda, you just almost a Polk County line. You don't live in Polk County, do you?
No, I live in Polk
That's
County.
a question I forgot to ask. Uh-oh. She's almost there.
I live in Massac County.
How far is it to Polk County from the house?
You know, I've never.
It's not that far.
Mm, just a couple miles, I think.
If that far, is it? I don't know. John might know. He ventures out that way, don't you?
I get up there around Poco Road and
Yeah, that's,
Burt Medley Road. Not as much as I used to.
I've only been down past our house like twice. On the gravel.
Why?
Afraid to go.
You gonna have to get out and adventure a little bit.
Get on the gravel.
Get lost.
Hey, your
If my
father-in-law,
Mustang on the gravel?
there's a half a dozen farm pickups out there. Go out there and get in one and then explore your surroundings. Go down there and cut some rust in some of the bottoms everybody else does.
I was down through the brownfield bottoms yesterday. Man, they got some fields and a half down there, don't they?
There's some big ground there.
Whoa.
It was a beautiful day yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
yeah, we were outside yesterday.
Did you? There's nothing going on your way. Office. When's the tax sale coming up?
February 28th.
Anything from us? Everything calm, other than being broke, huh?
And that'll
You give Michelle
turn
one of those?
around. Yeah,
That'll turn around?
that'll
Well,
turn
back
around.
shit, where you been? Don't hold.
Watch out behind you, Lori.
She probably got a warrant out.
You got money given away?
She's got a handful of checks.
All right.
We got insurance check.
Where am I signing?
And we don't need to get him down there in Area 51.
I don't know, JD's just been down there.
Has he? We bought him off.
He's had some coffee with us.
You can't corrupt the head dog, though. Am I supposed to sign that page too? Right there. Have I been skipping that? You caught me once, didn't you? When I didn't sign the right thing?
Yeah, I think you've been fine.
Okay. Just keep me straight. In case I missed something. It's possible that I missed it.
Chad, what you done next Friday?
Look at the drape behind him.
Well, you know, we got a good west wind, boy, when it come down the northeast, I get chilled over there.
Oh, I know. As I'm walking in this side door down here, you just literally, it was suction, like the wind was suctioning. And I was like, I had to really pull it open, and then when you get in, it just slams like right behind you.
My wife just called me, said she dropped my daughter off that Shawnee College a while ago, and she was trying to shut the door and come back and got her.
Oh.
Got her thumb.
Oh my gosh, is she okay?
Yeah. That's how
Nice
strong it
smashed
is.
thumb, huh?
I'm surprised it didn't break it.
Just read something.
too, guys.
See ya.
We'll see ya.
We need to get you caught up on bills.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
24 is what we owe now, was last week we were on for 50, wasn't it? Paid a lot of them off.
Here's this envelope, Gerald, that goes back into if you get done reading it.
Okay. I'm about done, I'm feel the same way you do.
Well, if you read through the beginning of it, it talks about the Burnhams.
Oh, it does?
Well, if you
Oh,
read at the back of what you started with,
Right here, it says
Yeah.
something about burning.
yeah, it talks about their property.
Come on up, Mr. Sheriff.
Huh?
Is that right? Figure right there?
From Joe's salary?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We can look
I thought that burning boy bought that. Not common, but,
at Jimmy,
yeah,
I don't know.
but maybe it is.
Maybe not yet.
Yeah.
In the future.
Tell us something good.
Something good?
Yeah.
About at least 10 car burglaries solved, got all the property back. Helped Polk County solve one of the biggest residential burglaries they had this year.
That's a good thing, yeah. Heard
City
about
got
that.
some solved.
Been working hard.
How'd you help me catch that chick? Somebody catch her in the act or
Kinda
something?
had her as a suspect a couple weeks ago, and we had one early Friday morning, thought, let's go up by the house and talk to her. And as soon as we walked up in the yard, one of the car seats she had stolen was in the back seat of her car. Knock on the door, they open the door, and there's an empty box laying in the front room floor, the stolen blanket that was stolen the night before. So it just-
Kind of snowball.
Yeah.
huh? Doing crook news. What do you do with the stolen car seat? Does she have children she was needing this for? You know, what's the matter with people? Somebody would have given
Oh, yeah.
a person a car seat to keep a child safe, wouldn't they?
And what that is, she
She
was
just
8-month-old
messed up.
child was with her while she was doing the breaking.
Ted, I was watching Dr. Phil one day. And 4 high school kids broke in a house that they thought was unoccupied at the time. And the guy was upstairs asleep. Well, they had to kick the door in, and he run down the stairs and he shot one and killed him. Well, they charged the other 3 with murder. Have you ever heard of that? Because
He died while they were in the commission of a felony?
I guess. I never heard of it. And they're in prison right now, 55 years. 1 of them just, I think 17.
You don't happen to know whether, you caught my four-wheeler rider, do you? You know anything about that out there in my wheat field?
Was that over the weekend?
Yes, I think it was Sunday. It was Saturday, but anyhow, there was nobody home, or there wasn't no vehicles there, and we knocked on the door. And Kent said that he'd swing back by there. Well, I happened to come back by there, and there's a vehicle there. I don't know whether those people remember me talking to them, they was all drunk, but I did tell them nicely to keep their four-wheeler off my field. I didn't know whether anybody else had popped in to visit them or not.
I was over there yesterday, but I didn't have time to read the log yet. I'll do that when I get done this morning.
No big deal. I mean, if somebody's out there and happens to give them a scare, that won't hurt nothing, I guess. He bawled it, man, I'm sorry. He says, I got to drinking some vodka the other night, and I just really, I got out of control. So, oh, that makes me feel better, you know, I gotta,
Yeah,
that don't fix my week, buddy.
an alcoholic go along with the rest of it.
Remember what night it was, or
Did he remember?
yeah, A lot of times
He
it
told
goes
me,
2 or 3 days.
he told me it was last week, it was last weekend, is what he said, but I, of course, he probably didn't know what day it was we was talking. He was staggering around there, but he's real sorry. I don't even drink. Well, I bet you don't, buddy. There's 3 surveillance cameras in his window, we stand there knocking on the door.
Yeah.
Ain't no dope in this house, is there?
No. Paranoid. Talked to JD yesterday, he's gonna get with Sandy this week and try to get the figures on that lease.
Okay.
On the maintenance part of it, see if it's still feasible or not. Okay, next Tuesday. You don't have anything with budget before next Tuesday, will you?
Well, I would, Gerald and I, we met the other day, and we only got 3 things that we was gonna go over with Jeff today, but we'd like to try to get it wrapped up, get it done, so we can post it. Why do you have?
So if it looks like it's feasible, I'd like to get it to you before you adopt the budget.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. We'll talk to you and make sure that we don't have it posted yet.
Okay.
That'd be fine.
That's all I got.
When you said they was, paranoid, that's a meth thing, isn't it, or is it just a drug thing, period?
Mostly meth.
That's kinda what I was guessing. Ted, I see a daggone vehicle. I think it's got Missouri plates on it. It's like a Dodge Viper. I mean, it's some ridiculously priced car parked at some of those houses with us in Bose. I seen that same vehicle in Paducah one day, and the only reason I recognize it is because, you know, when you're driving 5 miles an hour in a tractor and I look over and there's a high-priced vehicle sitting in that junk hole, that tells me dope. Seen it in Paducah at least once. I've seen it in Missouri, you know, in Sykeston. I was over there getting parts, and here comes this car driving by. Damn car. I mean, I know dang well there's dope out there.
Is that what Ken was over the weekend?
Yes, at the 4-wheeler place. It's well, it's right down the road from that little church here on Old Bose Road. It's, he told me that day, he said, I have tried to serve papers at this house more than once. Nobody ever answered it. Of course, it's hard telling. I mean, you got something like that, and people move in and out, imagine, don't they? You never know who's gonna be living there. I don't have any suspicion of what's going on, but how in the heck, it's just a matter, somebody gotta be caught there, don't they?
I'll sit him and say anything about that.
Thank you, Ted.
Sure appreciate it. I'll be right back.
What was all the certified stuff? Was it on TIF districts?
Yeah, I read through some of it.
Are they gonna pop that new building, that doctor's building into
Yeah.
a TIF?
Ooh,
Yeah, that's what he was reading over talking about that, driving property. Yeah, I mean, they're asking for that. I mean, you know, we would all have to agree to that, but, they got a meeting next month on the 7th. That's what it says.
well, Joe, you've been using that old record. I think they picked up a culvert or something, but.
Attempted to use it once, yeah.
Attempted to use it.
I don't know that it, I think it helped out, but I don't know the details of what happened. I mean, that culvert, it was flattened and stuck in the mud, we were trying to get it out of there. So, instead of just,
May have pulled it too, I would think it'd have a lot of power, but
it was ruined anyway. I mean, we needed to get it out of there so we could put that new pipe in.
all that down Weber's,
Down, on Dry Ridge Road.
yeah.
So you finally found the culvert?
It was right where it was before, it just flattened. It just, I guess, the bottom was rusted out, it just washed it out enough to where it just caught the edge of it or something and just started washing the sides out and just caved it in. And when it caved it in, a lot of mud and stuff went on top of it, so it was just really stuck in there. But we got it out, got the new pipe in Friday, and we're currently backfilling it all right now. Probably be done today or tomorrow on it. And on the bigger, better things.
Well, now else y'all got going on, working on? Like big projects?
Well, this time of year, no.
Yeah.
Not any big projects, just little, still trying to fix some of the washouts and stuff from that 9-inch rain we had, and if we ever get all that taken care of, you know, this is the time of year we need to do as much brush cutting and tree cutting as we can. So we'll probably be doing that, so. I've got rock letting scheduled for Thursday. So it really doesn't mean much. I get all prices for this year set. We'll have to award that probably next week. And then on February the 4th, we have a letting for the two bridges on New Columbia Road, the two that's together. So that's in a couple weeks. 4th is on a Tuesday, it's I think 2 weeks from today. Have a letting on that. And it takes probably a month or so to get all the paperwork lined out for a contractor to start. So I'd say beginning of March to the middle of March, somebody they may start. So that one's one of those deals that, that section of New Columbia Road is gonna be shut down. So make sure people know that, there'll be signs out. But,
Alternative route for you, something.
yeah, I mean, coming from the north going to Metropolis, I mean, probably the best alternative route would be the interstate, obviously. You're going, same thing going back out there.
Were you talking about?
Talking about when we do those two bridges on New Columbia Road, we have a letting for it on the 4th of February, and I'm assuming the contractor will probably be starting on it mid-March. So, but when it gets closer to that, we'll,
Did you ever get that deal figured out with, what they got some propane or something charged to you?
have it yet.
Okay.
I'm going down there after we're done.
Well, do you need to go down there? Or do we just need to fill out a claim and get him reimbursed somehow or another? How are we gonna do that, John? As far as some, what was it, propane or something that, was when they was doing the tornado
Yeah.
deal?
Okay, that would have come out of ESDA.
I don't know if they
We
paid it.
won't-
We haven't paid it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they've paid it yet.
I thought
That's
maybe
why I
that was
going
the
down
same
and talking.
thing. That's a different deal.
That's settling, we use
Okay.
the settling for an oxygen for our torches.
I just wanna make sure you're getting your name's on the tab to it somehow or another. He can go down there and, well, I guess a county check would have to be issued from your office to pay it. I mean,
Yeah, it
is that
would.
out of his budget? If we could just, whatever we need to do, I guess. I just want it nipped. And I know you do too, or I think you do.
Well, you know, he just needs to turn a claim into us.
Yeah, I hadn't seen one come through personally. Have you?
I don't
I mean,
think
I signed the
have.
claims today, Gerald's got them, he signed today's claim.
From the SBA you talking about?
Yeah. I mean, I've missed once or twice, you know, so maybe came through those
I
times.
think we all have, but surely one of us would,
Yeah.
I mean, that's somewhere I do business. I would I think I would catch that. Is that mine?
Yes, sir.
Is,
Why didn't you tell them to bill it to me? Now who am I gonna pay? You?
If you want to. Well, you don't have to.
Will you produce me a bill? You got bills out there, you can, how does that work when somebody townships a road? I don't know.
I've never done one yet, but as far
Okay.
as giving an
And
invoice, but I mean,
the
generally, we just.
people, they pay, figure out a price per mile for material.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they pay in advance.
As far as, yeah, that's what they do.
You got some,
I don't know if
some
we,
blank invoice, or I don't know if they invoice, or is it just,
I can
here's
make-
your check, or
yeah, I can
what?
make one out,
Just
yeah.
something in case I ever need it, but
Right,
yeah.
exactly. I don't know that we make invoices out to people in their township, we just give them a quote and they pay us,
Mhm.
and that's good enough. Yeah, if you want that, we'll work it out.
Has Unity started playing basketball yet?
Well, we've practiced, but Monday's the first game. It's the
Jamboree.
Jamboree, or whatever they call it at the high school.
Your son, is he a sixth grader this year?
Yeah.
He is, nice hoorah out there.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a stud at the Jamboree.
Is it a pretty good little team?
I'd say Unity will have a pretty decent team. Yeah. I don't know in comparison, I guess I haven't seen anybody else.
Yeah. I get my kid, you know, of course, they have boys in fourth and girl in third, then I go into the game, so, well, I'm sure we'll get to a few.
I don't know if my son is a fast mature or what, but he's quite a bit bigger than most of the kids in sixth grade.
Is he? But, yeah, we get out there and watch it. Usually the big rivalries always like Franklin and Jefferson, you know, like those schools. That's a big rivalry usually.
I think it used to be worse when Unity had their seventh and eighth grade.
Yeah.
There were more rivalries.
That's right.
Those was the big three.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't know, when I was a kid, seemed like both the junior high teams was good too. May just depend on the year.
I think it just alternates between schools every year. I mean, some years Franklin's really good, some years they're not.
Yeah.
Same with UV. I've seen Brookport be really good and really bad.
Is, Yates boy, is he a sixth grader or seventh grader?
Seven.
Seventh. Oh.
Yeah, he was on our team last year.
Was he?
This year
I
he's
couldn't remember if he was, you know,
junior high this year.
which age group he was in.
On the courthouse.
What's that mean, for in case I have a heart attack, you mean?
I think they're gonna use you as the
Well, yeah.
person leading everyone.
I'm down.
Shock you a few times.
And we're ready, it's even got a kit there that if you've got, like what you've got on today, we've got scissors, we can cut your shirt off.
Whack me right
And
out.
if you've got a hairy chest, we've got a razor to shave your.
Do you have to shave me first?
You know,
No,
so.
we ain't got time for all that. You know.
And then they die. Yeah, so, anyway,
Give me a hot wax.
yeah. Anyway,
That was the 17th
Okay, good deal.
of December. Be right.
Thank you, John.
anyway, Joseph, there was a question we have paid for the propane.
Yep, that's what he just said.
Oh,
It
that
was
way,
paid for
okay,
17th.
okay.
That was in a stack of goodies, I imagine.
See, Commissioner Weber, we keep records too. So, anyway, now we do probably owe for this tank rental. which
Okay.
says-
Do you have your tanks back?
No, we have taken them back.
They have.
They have them,
Okay.
yes.
That's the
Yes.
main thing. I
Yes.
wanna make sure somebody knew where they's at.
Nope, I took those back personally, so.
Why don't you go over there and tell them, say, man, would you cut us a break?
I kind of did that, and I was hoping, but that's, you know.
Since you're in here, I guess we can ask, what's the status at Brookport on, is there any status update on like where they're at on cleanup? I seen the state was in there a few weeks ago.
Last week, yeah. I would say that we are done with state resources as far as picking up debris and stuff. That's not to say that there's not still debris
Mhm.
there, but it's on private property, which, you know, we had originally told them that January 6th would be the cutoff as far as picking up. So we went past that. Now, in honesty, the reason we went past that was because of weather and that sort of thing, but what I'm saying is they did have extra time to get people in there to get it to the, you know, the edge and stuff, so.
What's that building, as you come into Brookport there on the left, it looks like it's all stolen, what's that called?
They had
Is that on
stored
private
something in there.
property, I guess, too? Is
Yeah.
that on private? Okay.
Yeah,
That one where the carpet or flooring place was, or?
yeah, probably.
Was it?
There's no
Block
Quonset,
building.
Quonset looking top on it, or
Yeah.
like an arch top.
Yeah. block.
So that's all private property, cause it looks
Yeah.
kinda rough.
It does.
I wonder if we're waiting on insurance or something.
Cause like that, there's a car right there by the funeral home that was smashed, and it's been sitting there since the day it happened. You know, I kinda wonder why they don't hold
Well,
it
even
up.
that flooring place, I mean, they had some pretty decent looking, there was a nice forklift, I don't know if it's out there or not, but I mean, it was buried, just from what I could see, looking through it, it looked like a nice piece of equipment.
I don't know, like you said, might be insurance over it. How about the resource center, is that done, complete? Do you know anything on it, or?
Yeah, there, I think basically that all that's left on that is some diapers and some, water. And, you know, so,
Do you know where, what they decided to do with the stuff that was in there, or where it went?
well, basically, I think most of the water is in the old bank building there.
Okay.
And, I think the diapers, and there weren't that many.
Not accepting anymore,
That's
sorry.
okay.
There weren't really that many boxes of them left. I mean, you know, wasn't that many of them donated to begin with, really, but I think they're at the Jackson Police Department, so we vacated from the church at this point, so, but anyway, so, and
Have we,
let me, oh, I'm sorry.
well, I was just, you know, that church that was so helpful to us, you know, on being there for us, you know, for meetings and stuff. Have we thought about trying to do anything for them, like, you know, I know we mentioned something about maybe having the carpets cleaned there, or doing something that,
We could certainly do, you know, whatever your pleasure is.
yeah. Could you follow up with that preacher maybe and ask him if there's something the county?
Be glad to do that. I'm still
Just kinda
having,
ask them what their status is, if they were
Yeah.
back up and running full-time, did they have to replace a bunch of stuff?
Yeah,
or-
see.
they did have some damage and they are still doing repairs on their roof and stuff.
You know
so-
that, I don't know what you would call it, looked like kind of their kitchen area that we was always at. kind of.
Yeah, I don't know
You know,
what
that
they
room would be
call,
called, but-
yeah, I don't
Or
know.
a fellowship hall or something, but it
Yeah.
took a lot of abuse,
I didn't
Well,
know
and
if-
they're
a whole
still,
lot of foot traffic.
and they're still, they're having meetings twice a week and they're on their long-term recovery committee, so.
Well, if you don't mind, check with
I
him
sure
and-
will.
and just ask him, you know, if we could, if the carpets need to be cleaned, or if there's anything we could do.
Okay,
You know, we could pay for that.
okay, I'll be glad
There's
to.
another
So,
one in.
Anyway, so,
And, cause they were, I mean, it was terrible what happened there, but in a sense, it was nice to have that facility for
yeah,
us.
it really was, so.
All right, thank you, Joe.
Not a problem.
Now, I can't do any signatures today.
Well, John, if Walgreens has a permanent easement, what could Stockmeyer do with that corner?
Well, he could, I'll tell you what Steve Walters was planning on doing, he was gonna take his Oh, I can't do that in front of the camera. He could go and park that WRIK
Right there.
right there.
Well, what if they had bushes all around there?
Well, there's,
I mean, would that be a
They can be cut
permanent
down.
easement for them?
I think it's for the sign, I don't know about the,
Oh, just a sign maybe.
I think the bushes were included, what Steve told me. He was planning on, cutting them down for him. And his wife's gonna have yard sales on the weekends up there.
Oh, interesting.
it's going to be.
I wonder why Walgreens didn't buy it. Or buy
You know,
the taxes.
that's the weirdest thing, because it was one developmental.
I bet they don't own the building, do they? Walgreens
No.
probably don't own that building.
No, they just leasing it.
Yeah.
But it's just that real corner spot where the gas station
Mhm.
used to be. It's not all of Walgreens, it's just right with that gas station.
Well, was Robert Stafford behind on the taxes?
Well, it wasn't Robert Stafford. No, Robert had sold it
They
to
put it
them.
in a shell company that, had no, that way, in case the tanks ever came back contaminated, there's ever any problem, it's in a shell company that has no assets in it, that's the way it was explained to me. And it was overlooked, I guess, by them, or by somebody.
That's why this guy don't wanna own that, isn't it? Nobody wants to own it, cause they don't want that liability.
Well, I think they took that little strip that went up, that no one got, is where the gas station supposedly is.
Uh-huh.
It's in a shell company with no assets. It's separate from their
Yeah.
Walgreens LLC or whatever. So I guess someone's just, someone maybe thought they paid them other ones and that was all of it. Maybe they just overlooked it.
I think it was a Blackstone sold to Delta Developmental, I mean, it was just,
I think some group out of Florida owned it. Maybe. I don't know. They sold it for a lot of money, remember it was.
So do you guys want to do a blanket,
yeah, it'd be best to do just a blanket resolution.
to adopt these? Do I hear a motion?
I make a motion.
Second.
All in favor, aye? Opposed, same sign, motion carries.
All you gotta do is sign all of them, and then I sign all of them.
Killing me, man.
How many are there, John?
Pardon?
How many was there? I wasn't counting. There's
Take this
28.
letter up to the tax office member for Ed, he wanted us to get something typed up.
Oh.
So these are properties, John, that have sold.
That went to the auction, there was a catalog, it's basically what your tax buyers don't bid on goes to Massac County as trustee. We have a delinquent tax agent, Joseph E. Meyer and Associates. And then they go through the process of getting a tax deed and then auctioning it off to get them back on the tax rolls.
Okay. And so then the county has to do a quick claim deed. to
Then we
these
got the
people?
tax deed, then we do a quick claim deed to them.
Okay.